Gallifrey gals. Gallifrey gals. Gallifrey gals. Welcome to our
Hey,
sci-fi
here
world.
we are.
Hi, friends.
It's the Gallifrey Gals.
And we are getting warped.
Yup.
I'm Katrina,
I'm Paula.
and we aren't gonna fuck around too much. We're just gonna get right into
We're
this.
gonna do it. We're gonna get into it.
Series 6, episode 19.
Hmm.
What's it called?
It's called Lessons.
Oof. Oh, God.
You sound worried. What kind of
Because
lessons
I feel
do we
like
think might
this,
be happening?
I don't know, it can get emotional with this fucking show. So, I'm ready for whatever it's about to throw at me. And that's it. Let's go. Let's just do it.
Let's just do it. We're just
I don't
gonna
care.
watch
I
it,
just wanna
y'all.
do
We're
it.
diving in. Let's
I told
go.
you. For the next 3 hours and 22 minutes, no one could give a homie a heads up. Let me get my tea first.
Doing down there.
Forget it. Lights.
Oh, gave up.
Whoever you are, you just ruined 4 hours of work. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Captain Picard.
I assume that you must be Lieutenant Commander Darren. You're new on the Enterprise. You'll have to learn to expect the unexpected.
I'm sorry if the system blackouts were requested. Inconvenienced you.
And so the upshot is that we'll be close enough for you to slip away for a few days and
Look
see
at that
West.
weird
that's
tea.
wonderful. Thank you,
Oh my God.
This is delicious. What is it?
I love it.
It's a herbal tea blend.
Yeah, it's cool.
I found it in the replicator files.
He's an obstetric specialist.
Interesting, Picard.
I met the new head of Stellar Sciences last night. We should be getting along to 10 forward. We're going to be late for the concert.
We have so much dinner left.
She kind of looks like Gates McFadden.
She does a little. They've got a little bit of the same deal going on.
You're a musician. What's your
nerd.
instrument? We should play sometime.
No. I'm just an amateur. But your choice in that arpeggio was delightful. Not at all what one would expect.
Well, Captain, now that I'm on your ship, maybe you should start expecting the unexpected.
Oh, Commander Darren.
I hope you don't mind me dropping by like this.
No, please, come in. I'm delighted. Holding it quite right. May I?
Please.
It's gonna make me cry because I can't help but think about that episode.
We should play together.
Oh, is that? Oh my God.
I picked it up on Madeline, too. It's amazing.
I'm sorry.
Well, I may not be as precise as a computer, but I think you'll enjoy it more. Why don't we start with something a little simpler?
I'm like afraid to feel so much like joy right now.
Aww.
It's not often we get to see him just like exist. I should be talking more during this because like it's music and it's gonna be so
we're
hard
not
to
gonna be
edit for
able to.
YouTube.
We're not gonna be able.
Sorry,
We're
everybody.
gonna have to show it in
It's
small
so-
chunks.
it's
You're not
just
gonna be able to,
teensy
like,
little
show the whole
bits.
thing. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, it's just been me grinning like a fucking idiot the whole time.
You're definitely better than you think.
Really.
You have a mild strain.
I've been playing the piano a lot. Guess the captain and I overdid it a little last night.
I'd say he's a very private person, but not isolated.
There, that should help. That feels much better.
Where are they going?
Do you know where we are?
Yes, this is the 4th intersect in Jeffrey's Tube 25.
Oh, it's gonna be the
No,
sound.
this is the most acoustically perfect spot on the ship.
I love he's in his like street
I know.
clothes.
He's just like relaxed.
Yeah.
Is there a problem, Jordy? I hear music. Music?
Wonder why it stopped.
I
Have
should be
their
finished with my
thing.
survey by 1100 hours.
Very good, Commander.
Ooh.
Is it allowed on the ship? Oh boy.
Counselor, could I speak with you in my ready room? You have the bridge, number 1. I know there are no Starfleet regulations about a captain becoming involved with a fellow officer.
You would like my opinion about you and Commander Darren.
Like, oh, is it that obvious?
It's
It's Sorry, I didn't mean to
In
predict
a way
the
that
line.
pleases people who care about your happiness, yes, it is.
Aww.
But cutting yourself off from your feelings can carry consequences that are just as serious. Captain, are you asking my permission?
If I were, would you give it?
Yes.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, she's gonna be super offended.
I'm really very sorry about what happened in the turbolift. It's going to take a while for me to get used to the idea of crew seeing the two of us together.
I understand.
I can assure you that I'm not given to casual relationships. There is something that I want to tell you.
That background smiled.
I learned it on a planet called Catan.
Never heard of it.
No, I'm not surprised. Its sun went nova more than 1,000 years ago. I lived a lifetime on that planet.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I want you to understand what my music means to me. And what it means for me to be able to share it with someone.
Oops, sorry.
Commander, I was hoping to talk to you about Ensign Cabot's transfer.
Quantum mechanics doesn't want to give him up.
But he wants to come to my department.
Commander, do you realize the position you're putting me in?
Well, I think I'm just doing what any good department head would do.
May I have a minute?
Yes, of course. Come in, number one.
It's about Lieutenant Commander Darren. I'm beginning to feel uncomfortable with her requests.
Oh.
Because of her relationship with me. Would you say that she's just trying to do her job?
Yes, sir.
Then let her do it, and you feel free to do yours. Ship's resources are your responsibility. I've always had absolute confidence in your judgment.
Thank you, sir.
Commander Riker came to see me this afternoon. About you.
He thought I was asking for special treatment.
Now, I think that we should just forget about this and enjoy our evening.
What about that special dessert you promised me?
Go ahead, Mr. Worf.
Rosales 3 reports that the storm has changed its speed and heading.
I'm on my way.
Well, it's the captain. The life of an officer, which she should understand.
We cross-connected a few thermal deflector units to create a protective shield against the heat.
A firewall.
Would something like that work here?
Once they're set up, we'll have to leave the units in place and transport our people out.
Stressed.
Nobody would be able to survive very long outside that structure.
Great, can't wait till someone's stuck there.
There must be one of any number of people that coordinate their deployment.
I assume Commander Riker chose me because I'm the best person for the job.
Which is exactly it. I'm not gonna be able to emotionally withstand this. Oh, bring it on, Star Trek. Let's fucking go.
Force the bridge.
Activate.
Oh,
We've almost got it.
Go ahead, Doctor.
We just brought back the last of the infirmary patients, and they're on their way to sickbay. But we still have over 100 colonists down there.
fuck.
Understood.
So the only way this is going to work is if we calibrate them manually.
If you stay with the deflectors, will they protect you when the storm hits?
I don't know, sir.
The guard to perimeter teams.
It is imperative that you hold your position.
Guard, Miss
It's the
LaForge.
fucking decision he has to make, and it's so
I want
fucked.
the signal lock.
A lot of people are depending on us. Darn out.
Which teams are missing?
3 and 6. The last I knew, Commander Darren was on Team 6.
Go ahead, Mr. Worf.
We have found survivors, sir. They are beaming up now.
I'm on my way.
I don't want to get my hopes up.
We lost 8 crew members. Let the record show that they gave their lives in the performance of their duty.
The disruptions formed small pockets in the plane of the field, and we each stood inside one to wait out the storm. All Dan and I could do was stand there and watch. At first, when you told us to hold our positions, I didn't question it. In the end, I was more afraid that you'd blame yourself if I died.
I've lost people under my command, but never someone I've been in love with. And when I believed that you were dead, I just began to shut down. And the only thing I could focus on was my music and how it would never again give me any joy. I saw you standing on the transporter pad, knew that I could never again put your life in jeopardy.
This is why Riker and Troy and Crusher and Picard and why it's so difficult. Don't even get to work on the premier science vessel of the fleet.
Promise me something. Don't give up your music.
Oh man. I can't help it. I'm such a romantic. I don't like say it out loud a lot, but I feel like, you know, people close in my life know that. And I can't, there's a part of me that really does love the aspect of like these like relationships and crossings that they show. Like, I don't know, like Picard's not afraid to sit there and admit to someone that he's been seeing for a short amount of time that he's in love with them.
Yeah.
And I really respect and understand that a lot. I'm someone who loves very easily and like not flippantly, you know, at least not these days because of the hard lessons you learn when you give, you know, your heart out to everybody. Because I just want to love, you know. But it is something that I have felt a lot of insecurities about over the last couple of years of just like, ugh, am I genuine in the way that like if I feel something this quickly about someone or this like intensely, like this soon or whatever. It's really over the last year that I've like learned to just like accept myself more in that, and like I am genuine with it. It's not again, I'm not just running around using it to my advantage or this or that, but I care about people and I love very easily, and I like the way they depict that in the show. Because it's not the first time for multiple characters. And that moment with Dr. Crusher, you know, like there was obviously a little bit of like that intrigue, but a little bit of that jealousy. Like you could tell, like it was definitely there. And you could tell it was something like they didn't have screen time for it, but you can tell it was something that she either worked out on her own, potentially, you know, however the case may be, because I feel like her energy shifted in the latter half towards, wow, I can't believe I'm not gonna be able to remember her name after that whole episode.
Darren, Commander
Thank
Darren?
you. I knew it, but my brain is emotional.
Earlier, I couldn't think of
right now.
Beverly Crusher. All I could think of was Gates McFadden. I don't know if it was this reaction or the one we just did now. I can't remember. But I was just saying, and I was like, oh, it was earlier in this episode when I was like, oh, she's like leaving to leave them alone or whatever, and I could not remember
her name.
Just went out of my head for a second. I was like, Gates
Me
McFadden
with Darren
is all
just
I
now.
can think of.
Yeah. Probably because I had just said that she looked a lot like Gates McFadden.
That name was just stuck in my head.
There was just that moment where she was like, you know, a little bit of jealousy, and that's totally natural. Like we said it during the reaction, but like that is a very natural feeling in all relationships, whether that be romantic or not. Like jealousy is normal. It's okay to feel it, but talk about it and don't react off of it. and then it's just hard because you have that work relationship there, and that makes things complicated. And like, I do respect the fact that the crew felt that they were able to go to Picard about when the situations felt uncomfortable. You know, that is good. Sucks that she has to give up her spot on the Enterprise.
Yeah,
to do
it
so.
absolutely
It's very,
sucks. It's like, cool, I'm a science officer on
an incredibly
the flagship
brilliant
of Starfleet, and now I can't stay here because,
in which there's a deeper level of stuff there I feel like we could try to dive into that I just don't need to right now. But
well, she also was like, you could resign your position, and
I like that she said that.
Do that either.
I do like that she said that. I do like that she said that. Yeah. Oof.
On a lighter note, the makeup and effects laboratories created Darren's portable piano, 2 versions of it. One that was like stretchy plastic or whatever that would roll up, and one that was harder that she could pretend to play. So it was 2 different things.
Oh, it was 2 different ones. Okay. I mean, it looked like it.
The fun fact is that they didn't know what a piano should actually look like. So they made the keys wrong. And no one knew until they brought in the musician who was going to help the actress rehearse her hand positions.
Of course.
And that musician, whoever it was like, this isn't even, how can I teach her how to play something on a piano when the keys aren't even right? That's apparently what happened. I didn't pay enough attention to the layout of it myself, but apparently it's not exactly
I don't
correct.
know piano well enough, but that's hilarious. Love that. Love mistakes like that. Because that poor person is like, the one fucking job I have.
Okay.
I have one fucking job on set today, and I can't even. All right, fine. Oh man. All right, y'all. I don't know. That was a great episode. I could probably talk about it, just like all the mushy, like blah blah blah. I won't put you through that.
They had great chemistry too. They did a really nice,
phenomenal chemistry.
They also say like, oh, they put real effort into trying to cast someone very age appropriate for him. But I feel like for me, I feel like many of the women he has been interested in on the show none of them for me have felt too young for him.
Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like, I mean, the woman who, you know, they go exploring in the caves with.
I think Vosh looks age appropriate for him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's been, that's very interesting. Wow. Well, guys, this one will be a hard one to edit for YouTube because there's a lot of really beautiful music in it.
You're just gonna have to cut out us sitting there silently. And
they're great scenes.
Is what it is.
And I have a reaction. I promise. It's just legally.
We're gonna have to remove them because that is what is going to get YouTube.
That's what'll get flagged.
Sound is what gets flagged because I get notifications all the time about old video game Let's Plays that someone is using my content, and it's literally just that they have uploaded their own gameplay of that game. It's not my playthrough. It's theirs, but because the audio is the same, it'll get flagged like I own it and I can put a copyright strike on it. And I'm like, this isn't mine. It's so messed up. Yeah.
That's so crazy. Yeah, some people comment sometimes of like, the episode audio is really low. That's why the episode audio is low. Because it's a But anyways, if you can financially support the channel over on Patreon, patreon.com/GallifreyGals. We've got a bunch of tiers over there, access to our Discord community, little videos and things that pop in every so often. And it helps make this all possible, and we really appreciate it. And we'd love to sit and watch the whole thing with you. Cry with me for 45 minutes. If not, like, subscribe, comment, stick around. We're so close to 20,000. We're at 17.5 right now.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Star Trek movie. All right, y'all. Catch your Gallifrey Gals next time.
As we boldly watch what no Katrina has ever watched before.
Oh.
Bye.
Go cry.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a little thumbs up. And if you want to be notified when we post new content, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that little bell in the corner.